Hello everyone, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. I am so excited about today's video. This little table was on someone's side of the house ready to be tossed on the curb as trash, and I'm so excited to get working on it. All right, so obviously it needs cleaned. It was outside, it was in the elements, rain and sun, and so it has a lot of dirt and grime, but nothing that cannot be removed with some cret cutter. So I'm going to give everything a good clean. Surprisingly, it's in good shape. The table itself, the tabletop was cracked and broken, so I had to remove that part. I just didn't know, I guess, how to repair that. So no worries, I did remove it. It gave me a little bit of a hard time because I thought it was nailed in, but it was actually screwed in. So oops, but it's okay. It removed, and once I got all the parts and pieces off of it, now it's a clean slate and I can get working on a new top for it. This is a 1x8 that I got a few weeks ago. It was for another project, but I didn't use it, so I get to use it now. The 1x and common boards are not too expensive, so I'm glad that I had it on hand, and it's not going to be overly expensive to do this project. I used one of the scrap pieces of wood from the original top to use as a guide, and then I'm going to cut two pieces the same size. And I am using my miter saw. Once I had the two pieces cut, I am just sanding it now. I'm using a 120 grit sandpaper to remove roughness and just to remove anything that was, splinters or anything like that. And then when I was done with the 120 grit, I moved on to a 220 grit to smooth everything out. Alright, so I'm going to use the Craig jig to do some pocket holes to put together, or I guess you can say join, both boards so it's nice and sturdy. So I changed my drill bit to the drill bit for the pocket holes, and this is the Craig jig, so I'm going to do 3 pocket holes on the same side and only on one board. I measured everything according to the thickness of my wood, so I had it all ready to go. The Craig jig is the blue part of it. The wooden part of it, it's just something I created to make making the holes a little easier. So there are the 3 holes. I'm going to change the drill bit to the drill bit now to be able to put in the pocket hole screws, and I'm going to use 1 1/4" screws. I'm using the clamp to kind of like a third hand, make sure that the boards are nice and even. What the pocket holes and pocket screws do is it creates a very, very sturdy joint so that the boards are not going to bow in the middle or anything like that. So once I have everything joined together, I am going to sand once again just to smooth things out, especially in the middle, to make sure that it is as smooth as I can get it. Alright, so when I removed the top, because I didn't realize it was screwed, it did come off with the piece of wood that was already there. So I cut this 1x2 to fit the size, and that way when you are closing the drawer, you do not see that hole there in between the drawer and the base of it, or the top of it. I put a piece of cardboard in between the drawer and the wood to give me a little bit of space, and then I'm using my electric stapler to staple it. Now I'm okay to using the staple because this will not have any weight put on it. The tabletop will be the one receiving the weight. All right, now that I have everything in working conditions, I am starting to paint, and I am using a Dixie Belle paint. This is in their gray. I forget right now which exactly it was, but I will link it down below so you see it. Dixie Belle paint is a wonderful paint. Now, I normally use Rust-Oleum because it is a very good chalk paint and is inexpensive. Dixie Belle can be a little bit more expensive, but let me tell you, it is a very, very good paint. All right, so I am going to give everything 2 coats, and actually it was almost plenty to do the 1 coat, but in some areas it needed 2, so I just ended up doing 2 coats on everything, including the drawer. And I am using a chalk paintbrush by Martha Stewart. I try to keep 1 chalk paintbrush for color chalk paint and then 1 for white chalk paint. That way, because sometimes it does leave some residual color on the brush, and that way I'm not using my brush for the white paint and then risk getting some color on the white paint. Alright, so for the top, I am going to stain it with Varathane Wood Stain in the Golden Oak. I'm just using a regular rag, and I'm going to do 1 coat. That's it. And I ended up doing it on all sides and both sides, the top and bottom. I didn't really need to do the bottom, but maybe just the edges, but I ended up doing on everything. And of course, I started doing it without gloves, and I regretted it, so I ended up putting my glove here in the middle of it. It does have a strong scent, so I did have the windows cracked so that it ventilated the room. Alright, so now that the stain is dry, I am just going to attach it to the top, and I'm making sure here that both sides are equally apart so that it looks nice and even. And those pocket holes that you see there in the back of the table, they were already there. That's what the previous tab was, I guess, tightened to, or how it was secured. Oh my gosh, the table. So I'm just reusing those pocket holes, and now I'm going to use 1 1/4 inch pocket hole screws. I'm going to use 2 of them, of course, and secure the back of the top. I'm just making sure that before I screw it in, it is nice and even. And then in the front, I am going to staple it using my brad nail gun, and just doing three nails there from the bottom. All right, I am going to now seal everything with the Varathane top coat, and this is in their crystal clear, and it's very milky when you first put it in, but it dries very, very crystal clear. And I actually used it already once, and I love the end result, so I am sold on it. I'm going to do 3 coats on the top and 2 on the rest of the table. I am using a soft bristle synthetic brush for it. I could have used my sponge applicator, and I do like the sponge applicator. I don't know, sometimes I grab one or the other, but it worked out. I did the same thing for the drawer, and after everything was dry, I am now adding a different knob. This is a little crystal knob that I got on Amazon. I can link it down below. And then I decided to line the drawer with contact paper to add a cute little detail to it, and then we are done. And there you have it, guys. Look how beautiful this table looks. I love it. It looks so chic, and it has a little bit of a modern farmhouse look to it. Alright guys, so I am done for today. This is it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it inspires you that if you have some furniture that you are getting ready to throw away, think about it, because it may have a hidden beauty inside. So all right guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so right underneath this video. I hope you have a great day, everyone.